Okay, VS Code hint, tips, and tricks of the week. The one we are featuring this week is SQLTools. So this is a database management for VS Code. I pulled this down, I think maybe last week, and was just playing around with it. It's actually got a lot of stuff built in for VS Code. It's got a beautifier and a formatter for your SQL code, a query runner. It's got history and bookmarks, and it's got your connection right there in VS Code, so you can kind of navigate different connections to different databases. And the other thing is it's got surprisingly a lot of drivers built in. So some of the official drivers are MySQL, Microsoft SQL, CockroachDB. It's got PostgresSQL, SQLLite, and then I can't remember all the other ones, but there's just a handful too of unofficial drivers as well. So I was just going through the list, and I think they've pretty much got every database there is. So if you're wanting to pull that in and have just one place where you can actually write your code, but then also see the database and work with it, that might be something to take a look at.
So, okay, maybe unpopular opinion, but are you concerned with how everything's getting shoved into VS Code?
I definitely am. And I'm running out of space. They keep adding stuff. It's all cool. That's the thing, is it's all cool, but I'm still debating whether or not to use terminal in VS Code.
Yeah.
I've actually it's not a big thing, but I've recently gone back to just having my VS Code and then having terminal set up, separate, and clicking over to it. So, but yeah, we are kind of we're reaching a point of maybe no return. They keep adding stuff.
Feel like we are legally obligated to throw in the Jurassic Park meme at this point. Just because you can. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. The terminal is what drew me to VS Code in the first place. I loved having it attached. But then, you have this one, whatever the other ones, Git. I don't use any of the Git features of VS Code. I jump into a different app, or I use the command line. Thunder Client, we did a few, I don't know, probably months ago now. It's like Postman in your VS Code. I use Postman. I feel like these apps are probably, your mileage will vary. I like having dedicated apps. I just think it's crazy how it is a testament to VS Code's architecture, though, that it can basically support apps inside of apps.
Yeah. So, I agree with that.
Actually, I mean, we should throw that out there for all the Electron haters. This is an Electron app that does very well.
Yeah, I'm still blown away by that it's an Electron app. And I totally agree with you. It's getting to a point where it's just kind of too much. And I love the simplicity of just having a text editor and terminal. The only thing that I do find the Git stuff useful, and I'll use it, but I've ran into issues with stashing. When you're doing a Git stash, sometimes when I'll do it in VS Code, it just doesn't stash, which is a nightmare.
Right.
So if I need to stash stuff in Git, I'll hop over to source tree or something. But
you and I are going to hear from all of both VS Code lovers and the Sublime Text lovers now, telling us we should be talking about Sublime Text extensions. We know you exist, and you're awesome.
Yes, there's no hate. I love Sublime Text, and we'll probably end up back there soon, the way things are going.
It is nice and fast though. I use Sublime Merge. It's their Git client. Even though there's plenty of choices out there, but it's so fast and so nice. So, unofficial plug for Sublime Merge.
That was our VS Code hint, tip, and trick of the week. Brought to you by Modernize or Die podcast, CFML News Edition, proudly sponsored by Order Solutions. You can see the new episodes every week on cfmlnews.modernizeordie.io or on the Order Solutions YouTube channel.